Morning, afternoon, and night. It's CBS 42 weather around the clock. Brought to you by Southern Home Structural Specialists. Now, the latest forecast from the CBS 42 Storm Team.
Good Tuesday evening, everyone. Storm Team Meteorologist Jacob Woods. We are weather aware from now until 2 a.m. early Wednesday morning for the risk of damaging winds, 60 to 70 plus miles per hour, up to ping pong ball size hail, and maybe even a few brief tornadoes. Of course, a very saturated ground means that any additional rain is going to lead to some quick runoff and some flooding concerns for a few places that are prone to it. Now, the timeline of those strongest storms look to be really along the Interstate 22 corridor first from now through 10 o'clock, and then for the Interstate 59 corridor, Gadsden, Birmingham, Alabaster, Calera, Tuscaloosa, Utah, Greensboro, 8 p.m. through 1 a.m. Need to be really on guard for the arrival of those storms. South and east from there, Anniston, Talladega, Sylacauga, Clanton points east over to Alex City. It's going to be later on between 10 p.m. and 3 a.m. on our Wednesday morning. All those storms are likely going to be out of at least our viewing area just a little bit after midnight. So current look here around almost 7 o'clock, and still some showers and storms mostly over Mississippi, portions of Louisiana. Of course, the Huntsville area have been getting hit pretty hard throughout the entire this afternoon, but most of those isolated storms with that elevated tornado risk have stayed north of our viewing area. But if one or two of those can get into maybe Lamar, Marion, Winston, Fayette, Walker counties, it could pose that elevated risk for a tornado. So don't want to let your guard down on that, although the primary risk tonight is going to be those damaging winds, because notice as we push the clock forward here by 8, 9 o'clock, we're starting to see less of that discrete storm action, more of a linear or just strong line of storms forming. And here 9 o'clock, still north of Birmingham, northwest of Gadsden, but around 10 o'clock coming into the Interstate 59 corridor. Jefferson, Shelby counties likely going to see the worst of the weather around 10 to 10:30, and then east of us as we go into 11 o'clock, finally clearing east of Anniston and Chilton and Clay counties by around midnight. So that's the latest look at the timing, and that has stayed fairly consistent over the last several model runs. It does appear that we are going to be completely out of the woods just after midnight. So another reminder, you're not going to be able to receive those weather alerts through your NOAA weather radio. So here's an example of what you can do. Download the CBS 42 app, go to the little hamburger icon in the top left portion of your screen. If you click on that, scroll down, find where it says settings and privacy, click that. Scroll down again, you're going to see weather, and then it's going to show you where you can toggle on and off those different weather alerts. You want to make sure that you are receiving alerts also to your location, not just to a specific area, but just the current location you're in. So that way, even if you're on the road this evening, it is still going to track those storms for you. So after we get through the storms tonight, we are not weather aware for Wednesday. A return to sunshine, lower humidity. Temperature is going to be cooler, but still warm in the lower half of the 80s. What's going to be really refreshing is some overnight lows in the upper 50s for Thursday night, Friday night. So a beautiful start to our Memorial weekend. Camping looking good for Friday, Saturday. Maybe a shower Saturday, but a better chance for rain arriving on Monday with a 60% chance of some scattered storms.